Bonjour, bonsoir encore et n'importe côté où il y a dans le monde là et n'importe côté où il y a regardé et plateforme ça côté nous mener, nous toujours mener et on sait des guests très distingués et je dis à nous bien avec nos militants et qui travaillent en pile dans la communauté haïtienne ici dans Palm Beach County, dans South Florida. We're gonna get into some of the events it has already done in the community, community events to bring people together, events to work on different initiatives. Today, it's my honor to present you this young man. His name is Samuel Pierre. Samuel, frère, qui j'en ai frère?
Thank you, Osmosis, for the invite. It is a pleasure to be with you tonight just to talk community. And when I say community, I like to talk about Haitian community. It is an honor to be with you.
Thanks, sir. It's my honor. And, well, Haitian heroes. When I saw Haitian heroes, I was like, wow, okay. I know everybody have their heroes. Every community, every country, every world have their own heroes. So just to have someone to focus on the heroes of the Haitian community, and I thought that was great because we need more acknowledgement, but in different perspectives and different way of looking at things, right? So when I saw Haitian heroes, I'm like, okay, woo. So these Haitians who have really put their lives in the line to save Haiti. Those are the people you're actually talking about, right?
Actually, when you say Haitian heroes, we think about much more than just that. What we believe is that Haitian Heroes, it's a non-profit organization put together by a lot of young folks in the Haitian community, where we envision to expose our young folks, our young heroes, because we believe we've been having heroes since I would say the first day of Haiti,
yes.
1804, and then we continue to have heroes, and we believe that if we work with them, if we structure our community, everybody will know about our heroes, and we need to start with the young folks.
And I like it because we don't only focus on the past, because and that's why in the community haïtienne on toujours parlé, oh mais qui jamais révolution. We had the most successful revolution in the Western Hemisphere.
Yes.
After America, after the United States of America,
Definitely.
The Haitian Revolution was like the second in the hemisphere, and it was the most successful one.
Yes.
As far as a complete revolution. Now, the aftermath of revolution is something else. Now, revolution, ça a été un pile héros qui participé. Now, we get somewhere, and then we stop there. Now we're gonna need some new heroes to take us somewhere else, and that's what you're focusing on.
And we already have them. We just want them to be acknowledged. We just want them to be known by everybody. Like you, as a young Haitian American, you're a hero. By doing this, this is the work of someone who's a hero. So now we have a lot of young folks doing a lot of good stuff in our community, but all they want to talk about is the bad things about the Haitian community. But with Haitian Heroes, we want everyone to know that we do create heroes, and we are heroes.
Okay, 2 weeks ago you had this you had the conference, and I was in attendance, and we had a lot of it was a great conference. We're going to talk about the conference. Basically, what was the purpose of the conference, what was the theme, the purpose of the conference, and the people that were there at the conference, because I want them to hear from you.
Yeah, and thank you so very much for attending this conference. Your presence there was of great support to Haitian Heroes and also to the Haitian community. We had a huge turnout. Over 300 people showed up that night. A lot of elected officials, from the law enforcement all the way to mayors, commissioners, and you name it.
Yep.
And the Haitian community, c'était un grand exploité parce que they like to say that we don't go out, we don't support stuff, but this was like a way to say, yes, we do support stuff when we know what the agenda is, when
Absolutely.
we know what the objectives are.
Absolutely.
We had a lot of young folks, over 150 young Timon qui participaient, qui vini. Fait rendez-vous. It was a lot of success, and we're
What was the purpose of that conference?
The theme of the conference was out of jail, in school, where I belong. The objective is like, we want our young folks to know that they have much more to do than just doing stuff that would take them into trouble. Now, Palm Beach County, we're the largest immigrant country in Palm Beach County, about 100 to 150,000 people, and it's a 1.3 million county people in this county. And then in the school district, we have about 14,000 students in the school district
Haitian descent.
of Haitian descent, and then only 30% of them graduate from high school every year. And on the other side, every year, hundreds of our young folks are getting incarcerated.
I understand where you're coming from, and that statistic itself. I mean, I work at the school. You know, I teach at for Palm Beach Community, for Palm Beach County schools. So now my thing is, the statistic itself, I think the statistic is not complete, but that's a different discussion.
Yeah, it's a different, and that's why it came from the Palm Beach County school
trust
district.
me, it's a whole different discussion, right? But to me, I would definitely question that percentage. But so you trying to keep young people out of jail and for them to stay in school to learn and to the dreams come true and everything. So that was what the conference. So who was there at the conference?
Yes, actually the conference. The reason why we had that conference is because we wanted to put the Haitian community together to think strategically about what we can do moving forward.
Okay.
And as we speak about what we can do moving forward, we set 5 SMART goals. When we said SMART goals, it's like things that we know we can accomplish if we have people getting together. Yes, to do them. And if you want me to list those goals, first of all, there's a lot of issues in our community, and I like to play with this. The last time I counted how many issues we had, I stopped at 3 million. So it's a way to make joke about how many issues we have in our community. And many people will say we need to change the mindset of the Haitian community. We need to change this and that. But when and how are we going to do those things? So now we come up with some very specific, measurable goals for the year of 2015, and we want to accomplish those goals by December 31st. One of them would be to have at least 10 Haitian churches, to create 10 education committees in their churches. And we want those churches, at least 10 of them. We won't go for 15. We won't go for 20. We just need a minimum of 10 Haitian churches to have an education committee, an education unit that will focus on the young, on the students in that particular church.
So that education department at the church,
yes, you got the word.
Right, would focus on the kids who are in school, the parents understand the role, what's going on within the school, how you communicate with the school, just to understand the role you play as a parent.
Yes.
Which is the most important role. Me working at the school, I tell these parents, you have to understand your role and then take on your responsibilities if you want your kids to succeed.
Yes,
right?
definitely.
So what was the second one?
And not only that, and statistics show that if a third grader cannot read at grade level,
so chances are they're going to jail or die.
It's very high. That young black male is more likely to go to jail or to die. So now we want the churches to focus on the kids. Like, aider ti moun yo. Gon paquet parents k'ap travay 2-3 jobs. Parents ou ka fait, ou pa ka stop. You cannot stop a parent from working 3 jobs. Because even as us, like professional, nous pas fait de job because nous juste parler, mais conditions réunies pour nous ta fait de job. So what about a parent qui pas gain qualification, qui pas gain rien, qui a travaillé at minimum wage for $7.93? So what do you ask them? What can you ask them?
Yeah,
so we want the
that
churches
discussion
to
is very complex, because there's different side of that discussion. There is places, I'll say, as a parent, if you're a parent, you take on your responsibility. You do what you have to do. My mom came here. She didn't have my mom doesn't know how to read and write. And
my mom?
She created opportunity. But at the end of the day, it's what you put in your kids when the kids are young, right? Because the thing is, we don't understand the importance of childhood education.
Yes.
Like the very first year the kid goes to school, the earliest is always the better.
And this is what we're fighting for, because there's a lot of parents, what they do when they have the very young little kids, instead of sending them to a daycare where they're gonna find a piece of education. They send them with a nanny, like with a family member, and they're doing nothing. And
They're not learning anything. They're speaking Creole. They can't even speak English. When they go to school, they list them as a Creole speaker.
They're already behind.
And they're already behind. Now, the second point. That's what we want to get into.
Yes, Jean-Ted Dilla, the second point would be for 10 high school in Palm Beach County to have 10 Haitian American association where they can go, meet, have fun, talk about a lot of issues, what they
learn
can
about
do
the
together.
culture, talk about the culture, and then learn about each other.
Yes,
okay.
Yes. And the third one would be to facilitate that 200 Haitian parents get enrolled in what they call PTA, which is Parent Teacher Association. And all they do is like to keep the parents informed about what's going on in the school system, how they can be of better assistance to the children.
But also the rights of the parents.
Yes.
So the parents understand their rights.
Exactly.
So I mean, while we were talking about the role of the parents, but also some of these Haitian parents that don't know their rights. The teacher cannot talk to your child a certain way. The principal cannot talk to your child a certain way. Or certain things that happen in the school, as a parent, you need to be conducted. You need to be communicated. That needs to be communicated.
And they're so afraid of the system. And it's understandable because it's a very big and huge system. But you won't understand that system until you get to know the system.
Yes. So they have to understand the system works for them.
Oh, definitely.
So that means you have your rights just like I have my right to work for the school system.
Yes.
Right? So
and the fourth one would be we would like for 100 Haitian teenagers to enroll in those Explorer program. And in our event last time, we had a lot of people from the law enforcement community, and then we had explorers. And all they do is like to keep your kids on track, like to keep them focused. It's like even if they want to become law in the law enforcement industry or not, they may want to become a physician, a doctor, whatever they want to become. But they can go to the Explorer program where they're going to train them, discipline them, and have them to remain focused, to remain on track. So we want them to get involved with the law enforcement community so that they know that there's a lot of stuff they can do in our community and to keep them also on track. And also, we would like for 200 young Haitians, like between 18 years old and 25 years old, to get their voter registration, because we understand
200. That's not a lot at all.
It's not a lot, but this is probably what we can afford, because we are volunteers and we do have family and other stuff to deal with, and it's a way like we keep it low but measurable. So we want by the end of this year, by December 31st, we want to come back for our next conference to say we were able to have 10 churches to do this. We were able to have 10 high schools to do this. Out of 200 young adults that we wanted to get the voter registration, this is how many we had. Is it 200, is it 300, or is it only 100? And why we could not meet 200. So this is why we keep it measurable.
Voters registration card is just to have be registered to vote is a privilege.
Yes.
And a lot of us are not taking advantage of.
Not at all.
If you've been in this country for more than 3 years and you're not planning to move to Haiti, the process should be to you to become a citizen.
Yes.
Become an American citizen, you can participate in the political process here in America, and then you can have your voice heard. Samuel, mon cher frère moi, c'est un réel plaisir, et c'est pas première fois. C'est pas dernière fois, c'est première fois, mais c'est pas dernière fois. N'a chita pour nous faire petit dialogue ça yo, et pour nous informer la communauté de tout ça qu'a fait et de tout ça qu'on a fait.
Osmosis,
c'est un réel plaisir. Haitian Heroes support et qui boit occasion information.
Yes, si on a besoin d'entrer en contact avec Haitian Heroes, nous capable de nous dans 561 752 6239 561 752 6239.
Facebook page.
Oh yes, we do have a Haitian Heroes Facebook page as well. You can like us, and then you'll be updated on everything. And also, if you like us, to send emails, because everything we know are happening in this community, we send out emails so that everybody can be updated. You can email me at Samuel, which is my first name, .heroes@gmail.com.
Ok, merci mon frère. Et nous-mêmes, ça nous a fait tout. Page hmiboss.com sur Facebook, like the page, and also follow us on Twitter. Depuis vous mettez HMI Boss, nous montez quand même. C'est comme ça et we have community dialogue. This was a community dialogue with my brother Samuel Pierre. It was my pleasure. Good night, everybody. Good morning, everybody. And God bless you. And then, you know, on connaît année à boire fini là. Wish everybody Merry Christmas. Christmas
Oh,
fini
Christmas is
déjà.
over. Yes.
Happy New Year,
Happy New
everybody.
Year.
Happy 2015. Make sure 2015 is a year of success.
Thank you for having me.